Hi all, I am Divya James, Assistant Professor from Department of Information Technology, Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology, Kochi. And this lecture covers the Module 1 from the Syllabus IT465 Cyber Forensics under APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. The objectives of Cyber Forensics course is to understand the cyber-related crimes and various investigative strategies, to understand computer forensics and computing investigations, to study forensically the sound principles and practices related to digital evidence collection, management and handling, and to study the concepts in ethical hacking. After the completion of the course, the students will get an awareness about the cyber-related crimes happening in this modern world, and also this course will help them to identify all those cyber-related crimes. Moving over to the syllabus of Cyber Forensics, Module 1 contains the introduction, different cyber forensic analysis methods, and it also contains the malicious softwares. And Module 2 mainly deals with the types of computer forensics technology and how you could avoid these cyber crimes by embedding certain security mechanisms. Module 3 contains the different network disaster recovery systems and also the encryption mechanisms. Module 4 is all about ethical hacking, and Module 5 deals with the methods of collection and archiving the evidence with respect to cyber forensics. And finally, Module 6 contains the study of certain cyber forensics tools and case studies. And these are the text reference books. Moving over to the Module 1. So these are the topics which will be covered in Module 1. Information security investigations in cyber forensics, corporate cyber forensics, scientific methods in forensic analysis, investigating large-scale data breach cases, and analyzing malicious software. What is cyber forensics? So cyber forensics is an electronic discovery technique which is used to determine and reveal some technical criminal evidence. It often involves electronic data storage extraction for legal purposes. Cyber forensics is still in its infancy, but still it is gaining an attraction as a viable way of interpreting evidence. Cyber forensics is also known as computer forensics. So why you have to go for cyber forensics? So what is the role of cyber forensics in detecting a cyber crime or computer crime? So the methods of cyber forensics involves preservation, identification, extraction and documentation of computer evidence which is stored as data or magnetically encoded information. The cyber forensics can easily display a digital audit trail which can be used for analysis by experts or law enforcement. How cyber forensics can be used as an evidence in a court of law? So what are the techniques involved? So the techniques of cyber forensics include analysis which correlates the data from multiple hard drives. Live analysis means you can obtain the data acquisitions before a PC is shut down. It also includes deleted file recovery. So all these techniques is applied to cyber forensics investigations in order to recover, analyze and present the computer-based material in such a way that it is usable as an evidence in a court of law. Now a question may come to your mind, that is, what is the difference between computer forensics as well as data recovery? Is it same? Is the objective or goal same? No. The goal of computer forensics is to retrieve the data and interpret as much information about it as possible, while the goal of data recovery is to retrieve the lost data. Some of the similar terms that you may come across when doing the security investigations in computer forensics include computer forensics analysis, electronic discovery, electronic evidence discovery, digital discovery, data recovery, data discovery, computer analysis and computer examination. To effectively combat cybercrime, great emphasis must be placed in the computer forensic field of study for the following subject matter. It involves computer crime, computer forensic objective, computer forensics priority, the accuracy versus the speed conflict, the need for computer forensics, double-tier approach, its requirements, and computer forensic specialist. Let's see each of this in detail. So now let's see the roles of a computer in a crime. So computer can play one of the three roles as described below. It can be the target of the crime, it can be the instrument of the crime, or it can serve as an evidence repository for storing valuable information about the crime. When investigating a case, it's important to know what roles the computer played in the crime and then tailor the investigative process to that particular role. The investigator can look for the password cracking software and password files. Can also look the audit logs and unfamiliar programs which is being used. Using these information, the law enforcement officials will get a general idea of what to look, and thereby it will speed up the evidence collection process. The objective of computer forensic is to recover, analyze and present the computer-based material in such a way that it is usable as an evidence in a court of law. Mainly, the computer forensics or cyber forensics is concerned primarily with the forensic procedures, rules of evidence and legal processes. So what should be the priority of computer forensics? It should be nothing but completing the work as fast as possible without sacrificing accuracy. In observing this priority, every forensic practitioner must adhere to guidelines, and such guidelines should not take any shortcuts. And also, the forensic practitioner should accept the precious time in order to maintain the highest standards of work. The need for computer forensic services and equipment has derived from the widespread use of personal computers in both business and the home, and the subsequent needs of crime investigators to have access to computer-based information. So what is double-tier approach in information security investigations with respect to cyber forensics? So in the double-tier approach, it is assumed that 95% of the work will be routine and it will be performed by the non-technical personnel under supervision. The non-technical personnel are referred to as trainee forensic analysts. These people do not have any technical qualifications, but they do have knowledge of computers, enthusiasm, and seek to develop a career. Within the double-tier approach, the forensic analyst will perform the routine non-technical tasks such as seizing, copying, and reconstructing computer hard drives, running searches, examining hits, and printing evidence. For a double-tier approach to work, it is necessary to have a defined methodology, detailed and standard operating procedures, efficient and practical equipment. The criteria for the equipment must be simple to use, quick to learn, totally reliable, robust and durable, legally acceptable, and operable under standard procedures. Now let's have a look about the different steps to identify and attempt to retrieve the possible evidence by a computer forensic specialist. Step number 1. Protect the subject computer system during the forensic examination from any possible alteration, damage, data corruption or virus introduction. Step number 2. Discover all the files on the subject system. This includes existing normal files, deleted yet remaining files, hidden files, password protected files and encrypted files. Step number 3. Recover all discovered deleted files. Step number 4. Reveal the contents of the hidden files as well as temporary or swap files which is used by both the application programs and the operating system. Step number 5. Access the contents of the protected or encrypted files. Step number 6. Analyze all possible relevant data which is found in the special areas of a disk. This may include the unallocated space on the disk. Step number 7. Print out an overall analysis of the subject computer system as well as the listing of all possible relevant files and discovered file data. And step number 8. Provide expert consultation or testimony. The final topic coming under the information security investigation of a cyber crime is who can use this computer forensics evidence. So computer forensic evidence can be used by civil litigations in order to make use of the personal and business record which is found on computer systems that bear on fraud, discrimination and harassment cases. It can be also used by insurance companies in order to mitigate the cost by using discovered computer evidence of possible fraud in an accident or in workman's compensation cases. It can be used by the corporations to often hire computer forensic specialists to find evidence relating to sexual harassment, theft or misappropriation of trade secrets and other internal or confidential information. The law enforcement officials frequently require assistance in pre-search warrant preparations and post-seizure handling of the computer equipment. So next we are moving on to the topic corporate cyber forensics. So what is corporate cyber forensics? The cyber forensics which is practiced with respect to huge corporates. They are basically known as corporate cyber forensics. So what are the steps which has to be acquired in corporates? Definitely, all the employees are monitored regularly and they are checked whether they are strictly sticking with all the usage policies. If any suspicious activities are observed, then the cyber forensic skills are used to investigate the scenario. So the investigations require an extension of all the basic computer forensic skills in order to meet the unique nature of corporate surveillance and investigation. The systems could be accessed by either direct or virtual consoles. Also, a single system could have more than one administrators. The authentication could be local or it can be via domain administrative access. And in order to perform all the incident response or remote forensics, the computers often need to be accessed via the network. So even the environment containing the system of forensic interest is an important factor in a corporate world. Production, test, laboratory and desktop environments are vastly different from each other and all of this contribute to the forensic approach. There are many elements which are supporting a network such as routers, switches, firewalls, intrusion detection systems, all these are likely to be part of an investigation. And the most important aspect of successfully managing a cyber forensics in a corporate environment is the cooperation. In the corporate world, even the simplest of the cases can be complex. Many use the computer systems, even the laptops. They are now using a full disk encryption, which requires the application of appropriate decryption methods before acquiring the necessary data. In order to manage the security of data assets, acceptable usage policy or acceptable use policies are playing a significant role. So what is this acceptable use policy or AUP? It's a document stipulating the constraints and practices that a user must agree for accessing to a corporate network or the internet. Casually ignoring the unusual system behavior or signs of compromise in corporate cyber forensics can be devastating. If the compromises were already accomplished, no one would be remedying the situation. Let's take an example. An administrator notices that the files in the temporary directory are getting deleted. Everyone assumes that it was someone else on their team who is doing it. It turns out that it was poorly written hacker code that is causing the problem, and the investigation identifies that the rootkits are now installed on several systems. So all such cases turns out to be complex investigations. So any network space that is exposed to internet needs to be well secured. Everyone already knows this, but in reality all these things do not always go as planned. Unsecured routes to an internal network space can exist for a variety of reasons. It may be because of the minor errors in firewall rules, errors in access control list, temporary test systems which is being casually deployed, incorrectly installing or patching the systems, weak passwords and administrative mistakes. Hackers will use the compromised systems in every imaginable way, including some of the other approaches such as setting up the phishing sites, setting up a malware or hacker tool distribution site, installing a covert communication channel, using the system to attack other sites, installing sniffers and keyloggers, running the IRC reflectors and servers, setting up a DVD movie distribution site, setting up hacker training sites, installing rootkits and backdoors, setting up porn distribution sites, setting up botnet command and control, launching wars on other hacking groups, installing spamming software and probing into internal networks. So as a summary to cyber forensics in the corporate environment could be concluded as, if the unusual behavior was noticed at the beginning of a compromise and that no one investigated, the opportunity to nip the attack in the bud would be missed, and the hackers would have plenty of time to explore, to probe deeper, and to enlist the help of other hackers. So in this session we have covered what is cyber forensics, the investigative approach to cyber forensics, and cyber forensics in the corporate environment.